Okay, so could you tell me just a couple of words about yourself, just for the context, for other women listening, like what do you do, how old you
Yeah.
are, where you live?
Yeah, my name is Anna Howell. I live outside of Washington, D.C., in the Northern Virginia area. I'm a VP at a tech company. I travel for work a lot between DC and also New York City. Um, and I live with my husband and my two little dogs. So that's a little bit.
Lovely. Okay, so you joined Style Accelerator, I think almost a year ago soon, right?
Yeah, it was almost exactly a year ago. I joined Style Accelerator. I actually had an injury. You probably remember I
Yeah.
broke my ankle in two places. And so I was, I had been watching you on Instagram for a long time. I was like, oh my gosh, I love Nina Style so much, and kind of thinking about doing the course. And then when I broke my ankle, I was very like just stuck on the couch. So I
Yeah.
didn't have a lot to do. And then I was also, you know, think like I didn't have a lot of, I needed this very specific type of wardrobe when I was um kind of stuck on the couch that I at the time didn't have. And now I look back and I'm like, oh, it's that dress for your life, module that
Uh-huh.
really helped me kind of figure that out. So I was like, this is a good time for me to join because I'm really kind of confined to the couch. I don't have a lot to do. Also, because of my injury and not being mobile, I ended up gaining weight. My body was a bit larger. And so I was kind of trying to figure out how to dress myself, and had some extra time and was sort of struggling, so it ended up being like the perfect time to join
Mm,
and go through all the courses
okay.
and everything.
Okay, sounds cool. But like in general, because from what I remember from our conversation, like almost a year ago, you were interested in style and fashion, and you already had
Super
quite a bit of,
interested.
yeah, and
Yeah.
you already had quite a
Yeah.
bit of color in your wardrobe. So what were
Hmm.
your like, okay, the timing was perfect, but
Right.
what were your reasons and goals when you joined Style
Yeah,
Accelerator?
for me, I felt like, okay, I can put together a pretty outfit, but the things I kept on seeing on your Instagram were how absolutely everything you had kind of went together. And there were so many different items that seemed so interchangeable. And I had been doing so much research about building a capsule wardrobe. That was kind of my dream, was to put together this capsule wardrobe where everything kind of went with everything. And I'd had, 10 pieces and could make like a million outfits. And I never really could sort of get there on my own, even though I had been like watching all these YouTube videos and everything about it. And so I wanted to join the course so that I could learn how to do that, not just one or two pretty outfits or one or two pretty pieces, but really create something where all the different pieces in your wardrobe harmonize with one another.
So, okay, I didn't know that particularly.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay. And as you went through the program, what were your main takeaways or what helped you the most with your style and wardrobe and
Yeah.
everything?
Yeah. The dress for your life one was super helpful to me because I realized that I had a lot of clothes that I just thought were pretty. They were pretty outfits. I'm very drawn to, dressing like a bit more formally. And I have times in my life when I can do that. But, I walk my dogs every single day and I realized, oh man, I'm super drawn to all these formal, I'm a sucker for like a pastel power suit. I'm not
Hmm.
going to walk my dog around my neighborhood in a pastel power suit. So, kind of realizing that I needed to make sure that I had items for all these different parts of my life, not just the pretty things. I'm like, oh, I love to wear this outfit. It looks really cute. But also making sure I had things for my life and my everyday and things that I did all the
Mm.
time. Um, yeah. And then I think the color module was really helpful. I knew a bit about colors kind of getting started. But I felt like our work together kind of just brought that home for me in terms of understanding my colors. And then the fit module too, those were really helpful, learning how to kind of dress my body, especially, with all the weight I'd gained from the injury. That was incredibly helpful. I went on my honeymoon too, I showed you a bunch of pictures from that. I was kind of terrified. We went to Bora Bora and it was amazing. I loved it. But I was like really nervous, like, oh man, my body is a bit different than it normally is. And I'm going to have to wear swimsuits and wear like clothes, clothes that are a bit more, you know, revealing or like, clothes
Yeah.
for warm weather. I was really nervous about that. But I felt like the things I learned in Style Accelerator helped me put together this really cute kind of capsule or these really nice outfits. Even buying swimsuits, I learned so much about buying the right colors and buying fits that worked really well for my body. And I felt really cute when I went on my honeymoon. I felt like I had the perfect outfits. So it was a
Okay.
big accomplishment for me.
Nice. So how do you feel about your wardrobe now?
Oh, great. I keep on, every season I've got to like make a new capsule. So I feel really good about it. But I feel like um, I get a lot of compliments now. I feel like I've got tons of very versatile pieces that kind of go with each other. And I feel like I really got the information I needed to sort of figure out how to put that capsule together and make all the different pieces really versatile and really go with one another. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so, with the new year, I've been cleaning out my closet. A lot of people do some home organization around, the beginning of the year. And I've been doing that. I've been like going through all my old clothes that I bought that I had. I'm like, know so much more about why all these different pieces that I bought didn't look good on me. And I'm really glad I made the investment in the course, because now I feel like I have fewer pieces, but every single piece I wear a lot. I can get so much out of it. It goes with so many different things that even though I've kind of whittled things down to having fewer clothes, I feel like I have so many more
Mm-hmm.
outfits. And
Mm-hmm.
that's one of the things that I really loved about Style Accelerated. The talking about shoes was super helpful. I go to New York City all the time. New York City is not forgiving when it comes to shoes. And then I even I met up with a friend in Paris a couple months ago, and I was like, it's the winter. Like, you really have to have just the right shoes that are comfortable and sturdy. And then, your shoes have to coordinate with your pants. I really felt like I got to a point where I could have just 3 or 4 pairs of shoes and they would cover me for an entire trip. So that, I think the shoe part was really helpful to me as well. So
Nice. Okay, sounds great.
about
Coming
shoes.
back to what you said about your injury and then your weight was fluctuating,
Yeah.
because that is a very common question that a lot of women are asking me, like, oh, I'm on a weight loss journey. Like, even though there are no guarantees, they like, you don't
Right,
know how it's
right.
going to evolve. But so many women are asking, like, does it make sense for me to join the course now and think about my wardrobe and style right now while I'm on this journey? What do you say to that?
I would really encourage people to go ahead and join, because it's not like when you join, you have to buy clothes immediately. All the modules you go through, you learn so much. And, it's not like the first modules go out and buy a whole bunch of clothes. Like, all the different pieces you go through, you learn a lot of different things. You put together inspiration. There's so many steps in the course before you go out and buy all of these clothes. And then the other thing I would just say is, it's really, bodies change over time. That's life. You go through different phases of life. I've gone through phases of life where I was really slim because I had a lot of time to work out. And I've gone through phases of life where I, didn't have as much time, as recovering from this injury. And I think it's really important to kind of understand how to dress your body at different, sizing points. I think it's very helpful in life. And I would encourage people, like, invest in you now,
Yeah.
And then I would say one of the things I learned in Style Accelerator was that you do a lot to talk about, there's nothing wrong with you or your body. Like, your body doesn't have to change in order for you to look beautiful in clothes. You might, want to get into really great shape or whatnot, but your body doesn't have to change in order for you to look great and feel great in clothes. You can, um, find the right clothes that fit you. You went through one module and you talk about, I thought you did a really great example of kind of dressing yourself for a silhouette that was very flattering, and then a silhouette that was less flattering. And you brought up this less flattering silhouette, and you were like, if I just stopped there, I would have never found, all these silhouettes that look really great on me. So that module, I think, really stuck with me. Kind of this mentality of, like, the problem is not you or your body, it's the clothes, and it's finding the right clothes that
Yeah.
look good on you. So
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a very big misconception as well. Like style is a journey. It's not that you're going to join. I'm going to tell you, okay,
Right.
here's your list of 10 pieces. Buy
Right.
now. It's a journey. But it's a
Yeah.
very exciting journey. It's a process. It's a very lovely process of learning about style and your body and how to dress your body. Yeah. Cool. Is there anything else you would say for like for women who are thinking of joining, or women who just joined, maybe? Also, like how would you approach? Because you were very active, you did your homework, you showed up to the calls, you did an amazing job. And like I think
Yeah.
the results you're having are also like because of that.
Right, right. No, I'm very happy with the results that I've had. It's definitely been a transformative experience for me. I did put a lot into it, especially when I was really in the throes of it. I was showing up weekly to every call, and I post all the time in the portal. So you definitely, and I also felt like for everything that I put into it, I also felt like you were very available to me, and I was surprised by the level of personalized kind of attention I got from you as well when I was very like studious in this course. It was really nice. There were times where I would kind of figure out I need this exact type of piece, and it would be something very specific. And you would actually come back and like help me find, something that that fit that exactly. So I wasn't expecting like that level of like very personalized
Mm,
attention. But yeah, it is definitely something where you get in what you put out of it, but it was something that was really important to me. So I really made some time for it. And it helped me out a lot. So I was very happy with everything
nice.
out of it. So